can't ruin it.
All right, well, here we are. It's Monday, and
It's going to happen one way or another.
what's the day? Was it the 21st or something? 22nd, and we've decided that Gil's roadster pickup needs to be rejuvenated, and so we were going to have a surprise for him when he got back from out of town, but it looks like he's not leaving town. So we just have to show up and start taking this damn thing apart and taking it over to Gary's garage, where we've got an engine prepared for it, and we're just going to brute force it, and it'll be a surprise for Gil. Yeah. Not a surprise for Gil. This morning will be a surprise for Gil.
It's going to happen in a couple minutes, and then it'll be over.
Yeah, and it's 10 o'clock right now.
Yeah,
so,
let's go down and...
Yeah.
We could have just brought it back and started back on the floor.
Yeah. Where he is. If he ain't here, that would kind of be cool.
Well, there's no truck here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He ain't here. That's even better yet.
Well, the house really looks kind of empty here.
Yeah, maybe they've gone somewhere for a while.
Catherine just left when I got here.
She did.
But Gil was still here.
Huh.
Maybe he was going to work.
Go gas up the car or something. Well, let's take it.
All right, well, nobody answering, so we're going to take it. Ah, there he is. No.
Like him, only different.
Okay.
It's another white truck.
Oh, great. Okay, this one is 3747. Okay, first glitch in the plan.
I don't have a trailer to see, but that's what should be parked here, don't you think?
How are you this morning?
Good.
Yeah.
We're new at this stealth shit. We're new at this.
So we're doing it in broad daylight.
Maybe it's this one.
What's the code? We've got a code on this store over here too.
Okay, try this. Try that. This code on that day. 1969.
Ah, that's that garage door. You can look at her. Is the 58 in there? No, you can't get in there. You can't get in the other garage from there. So what he did is he moved everything into this garage.
Got a bunch of stuff behind there. Oh, that's our boy. Well, we'll try this one again.
Okay, so we got the trailer in the right place. And here's the star of the show.
Can't get a distributor in there. That goes to this. Here, look at
It's
this.
got Kelsey Hayes wheels.
We got this here.
Kind of a
Now we need
flimsy ass frame. And Model T, late Model T, touring bucket, front section. And we're going to be clipping the pickup bed. And a 262 motor is in it right now. We need to figure out about the transmission, what's going on with the tranny. Pureless radiator shell. Looking to take care of one low tire, otherwise it looks like she's a roller.
Bill's mother-in-law passed away?
I don't know if she passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it says junk on that transmission, and it looks like a 400. I don't know.
Looks like it's just a case.
Put her in the front
Huh?
jack. We'll just pull the front end around.
Okay, you got
We found a floor
The
jack.
back, yeah.
oh,
the-
you did find a one.
The other caster's off.
The other what's off?
The caster was on here, remember?
Oh,
There you jack it up. Where'd you get the jack?
I put it back in the bin. I would've jacked it together.
No, Jack's got a jack. What do we got?
Okay, we made it down that hill, and we're up onto the trailer here. We're just going to finish getting the trailer on. Okay, this is the stuff that was in front. This is the stuff that was in front of the Roadster before we got it out. And here's the sort of empty garage. And here's a mock-up place motor here. So this is all that's left of the car. Okay, it's gone. It's gone. Well, here we are. We're over at Gary's house, and we've got more than enough people to supervise unloading here. It took me 12 times to just get this far, maybe because of all the people watching. It's like when you start an old British motorcycle. Everybody's waiting for it not to start, so.
Well, the steering
All right.
were on brake.
You noticed that.
And all the brake people. Well, here we go into the new home, at least the temporary home. The name of the project, StolenRod. Okay, Lenny, tell us what you think we need here so far.
everything.
Well, you still
Well,
We got to do we got to get drums to the front
drums to the front at least.
or something for the front.
Different transmission in it.
The transmission is empty or it's
Yep.
junk.
The cosmetic
Cut
stuff.
out the cowl for a distributor,
Okay.
change engines around, find a steering box.
I've got a lot of steering boxes.
Looks like there's lots of holes for steering boxes
Depends on
there.
What you want to do here. Brake link, or do you want to go cross steering?
I've got modern
Whatever's
columns, but maybe we want to go with the old column. So many guys here, you can't see the car.
Get a lot of ass.
Okay, everybody grab a hold of the axle. How many guys can we get to grab the axle?
Here comes Jack.
The jack here.
Here comes Jerry with Jack.
Now here's the new drivetrain we're going to be using. It won't be quite as fast, but it should throw a lot of snow.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and pull that out.
stitch up.
There.
Yeah, you're good.
Still got
Okay,
gas.
so we'll go as far back.
I can make you a light by morning. Hey, even like
Okay.
he says, 2 inches is 2 inches, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And my recent experience says that the vinyl and an inch of foam on your back is all you need, because, you know, this is just,
This frame is.
Well, this is a little only,
never had a
this is a
problem with
little here.
So
So
I
this is
just
why
wanted
you
to
only
do
put
it.
an inch and a half. This would be.
You want me to unfold it now?
Get 3
And then
inches here.
we get like an Indian blanket or something, and I can stitch up a seat cover.
Well, let's talk about the
We can't-
heavy duty stuff like the frame.
Well, the frame is
Oh,
good.
I thought you were,
Well, I thought maybe you guys might have to rework some of this back here.
I don't know. Steve did all of this, and I can tell you for sure it's heavy duty.
If
Yeah.
Steve did it, it's probably fine. Unlike whoever did ice picks, Rod didn't know what the
Well,
it's,
so if we want to just stay with this frame, which we probably ought to just for time's sake.
I don't think
That's
there's
all
nothing wrong with that if Steve did
Well, you
it.
got until,
No.
next summer.
Is this body welded to the frame or not?
I can't remember.
There's a couple of plates there that are welded to the body that looks like it may be bolted to the frame.
Well, if you can unbolt it, then while the body is being done, hey,
How do you find it? The gathering of cars.
he is a resourceful man.
Well, steering, brakes, and a transmission probably are priority.
Yeah. If you do take the body off, if there's a spot that looks like it could use some boxing, we could do that easy enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember what's done up front here.
Now, what you can do is you can take that firewall and reverse it,
Yeah,
and then you'll get a distributor in there.
yep, we can do that.
No, good thought.
That's what I do with my teeth, so just cut her out and reverse it.
Mm-hmm.
So is that just spot welds?
Looks like rivets.
Rivet it in, but that means you're losing more length on the inside.
Yeah, but we're making it longer in the back.
Or you could just
Dimple?
build a notch in here.
That wouldn't take much to make this body another 5 inches longer. We've already got some kind of a step here.
Yeah, that's.
Well, that was the plan.
That's the plan. We're gonna lengthen the body.
Remember that Gil is about his size, so, or your size.
No.
No, he's more
Nobody's
your
his
size.
He's close to him.
More Terry's size. So, Terry,
Oh, we got a,
why don't you sit in there and see how it feels?
Okay.
got a chrome water pump here.
Huh? Yeah, that's a nice water pump.
Yeah, I think it's legit.
So, do we really want to get a whiner inside? 'Cause no matter what it feels like, it's gonna, complain.
Well, no, I think you need a whiner inside.
At this point.
Can you get in with the steering wheel the way it is?
Or we could unbolt that baby off the dash.
How does that feel? How does that feel? You have to take it in a little bit in the...
Well, the seat back is out, so where this is at is not that bad. If you could move it back even
Yeah.
farther so you can get your legs a little further down so that...
Yeah.
Well, what you want to do is you want to sort of support the bottom of your legs on the seat cushion.
You want to use that wheel for sure? That steering wheel?
Well, if you move the seat back somehow, you're going to have to get the steering wheel further back here.
Mm-hmm.
Which will make it harder to get in and out.
Yeah.
You put a quick disconnect on
Put a
it.
quick disconnect on it.
I always found it's the distance between here and the size of your feet that makes the biggest difference.
You know, Gary's got quick disconnects on both of them. You just hit a
So
button,
now we need somebody with the biggest feet, see, to get in there.
which would make any car easier to get in and out of.
So,
Yeah, if you move this seat, back like you said, I think it would be it would work out really good.
Yeah.
And like I said, depending on how you put this in, if you go more at an angle, so you get it up and back a little
It
farther.
looks like we're gonna have to do a bunch of U-joint stuff to get around things.
Little bus action.
Old seat cap.
I've got a Cal custom style steering wheel, if that would work.
I left behind a steering wheel in the roof of his garage that was about this big. It looked like a go-kart steering wheel. That's too
Yeah,
Do we need to take that wheel off and relaminate it? I mean, glue it up
Without
again?
power steering, depending on what kind of box you put in, you're still going to have some type of leverage to
Yeah.
turn it without playing Armstrong.
Yeah.
The bigger the wheel, the better it is.
What year is
this?
I think we're in 26.7.
But the way it sits right now, it's not that bad. I mean, this is not in there, so I'm sitting all the way back.
you can drive it around town if you want. The highway does suck.
this is
But
all
the
available.
highway sucks in.
Yeah, a couple more inches would be dynamite.
How about his wife? Is she a big person or a small person?
Catherine? No.
Yeah.
Wife, peanut.
Catherine would fit in here, no problem.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Catherine would fit in here, no problem.
Catherine, about the size of Mona, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's just build them for Catherine.
Well, it's 12:30 and we've got the water pump off, the headers off, the intake manifold off. We just determined this is a TH350. We've got the body off. And Lenny and company are working on the body to make it longer using parts from a Chevy hood, and looks like some pretty substantial bracing. We've got popcorn here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some of that.
You better get a picture.
Yeah. Oh, got a picture of the popcorn machine. Acme popcorn, and so we got the fuel pump on from the other motor. I'm gonna put the starter on in a minute. Okay, motor mounts are on. Putting the flex plate on. And let's see what Lenny and Squiggy are doing over here. Putting it together? Taking it apart. Taking it apart. Okay. So now we've got the back of the tub off. And here it is. So now the question is,
We were wondering if you were working.
how would we like to extend it to make room for Gil? Well, we went foraging and we came up with an oil cooler and a steering column and a turbo 350 and a couple of steering sectors and a whole bunch of little stuff. Headlights, tail light, or stoplights, turn signals, some extra springs, and license plate light, a few other odds and ends, transmission cover, and so here we are. And Lenny has been working. And look at this. Looking pretty sweet. Should be enough room for Gil to get in there now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Terrorists have kidnapped my roadster.
Huh? Terrorists have kidnapped your roadster? Wow.
Close the door. Close the door. I gotta go.
No.
Smells like popcorn.
Why don't you come on in? We're having a party.
You have a popcorn without me? Oh, look at these guys.
Popcorn right there, Gil. Hi, Gil. Are you missing something?
Parts. Terrorists. Terrorists stole my roadster. Oh my gosh. That ain't a bad looking rig.
It's a little longer than your roadster, though.
Is it already longer?
Uh-huh.
They didn't like that puny motor either.
Maybe you better get in it and see how it feels as far as legroom is concerned.
No form.
Gave itself up.
is what it's like when there's people that know what they're doing working on stuff.
Put that underneath the frame.
Oh,
Where are we at?
Look at the, get down.
round.
No, here, Terry. Okay, get somebody.
We've got a 4-bolt main 350 sitting there
It's got some flexibility in their back.
for it. We took apart and,
Not
you see what it says on the,
StolenRod? It's not
Yeah.
the piece that was in it, huh?
no,
Wow.
no. This was in Lenny's garage, and so Lenny and I took it apart and went over the inside of it.
Got the clunk figured out? What was it, bolt
Just,
made in there?
it was just rust.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, it just kept hitting the ridges.
This cylinder right here was open, and so that one got pretty rusty. And but otherwise, it seems to be a pretty good motor. I think you better go sit in it.
Think so?
Yeah.
Think it's ready for large people?
Well, there's your guy that tested out right there.
This is where the seat,
This is where the seat was.
The legs like that, I think.
It's gonna fit Catherine just fine.
I'm telling.
Catherine will be able to stretch out.
We'll just modify this seat.
So that's gonna go back, so that'll give you lots of leg.
What's holding it from going back right now?
It's just
The bracket that I decided not to cut off. Which is fine.
It still can be.
We overthought.
No, I can leave it. We'll just put the seat in 2 pieces.
Have you already been in it?
No, but
I haven't
Larry
been in it.
has. Haven't you been in it?
No, he got in
Oh,
there.
Dave got
We
it.
tried to put somebody in there.
Terry was our model.
Terry was our yeah.
I enjoyed this thing, you know?
Yeah.
I got
Look
in
at
there,
Dave,
figured
he said
if
he
you get
was
another
right.
couple inches of legroom, would be really
Here,
nice.
just let me take this back off and we'll just put the seat pad in there.
Just put the padding in there, Len.
What are you doing?
I stole your car. You didn't even know it, did you?
Well, there was a ransom notice.
This is Acme overhauling.
I'll show you this. This is what they left.
What did he leave?
Attention car thieves, this car's already stolen. Little sign there. Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
We didn't leave that.
Uh-oh. Measurements.
I think we're gonna go up here a little bit.
Anything hot still that you've been torching on lately or anything? Oh my God, look at this. Oh, yeah.
That could be a little better.
Look at the legroom. Huh?
Lean back, well, see, it ain't even worse.
I think he likes it.
Oh my God. Well, it was this before.
Yeah.
Like room for 1 foot.
Yeah.
We were gonna have to have a little woggle thing
Yeah,
for
I'm like-
raking gas.
I'm liking this. This looks, and it looks
Oh,
good.
Christ.
This is the first time I've seen it. We go look at it.
Oh my God. Yeah, even with the tranny in there, there'll still be room.
We decided we're not gonna use a tranny.
Well, we're just. Okay, let's go.
There'd be a flip.
Yeah, no brakes. You gotta have room for your feet to stop it.
You know, deal, yeah. Yeah. Wow.
What's it?
We got you a complete 350.
I mean, if you sat this far.
What we don't know
Pretty
is
close to that.
You'll be sitting there. The body's still gonna go back. We're gonna cut the body, relieve the body, and go back. on
Body's
that
gonna go
frame.
back inch and a quarter.
Yeah, to get where it was originally welded to the floor.
what we don't know is what you've got squirreled away in the garage yet. That was for the
We
car.
did take a lot.
There's a lot. There's a brake drum. There's a lot. I got a couple
got
of
brake
drums.
drums?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's a ton of stuff all over the garage.
Got windshield.
We had to
Oh,
go.
look at this. Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
And you got a windshield.
This looks
No.
okay.
No, I do have brake drums.
Put it
Got
on
a,
ice lining.
Oh, good. Front and rear.
I believe so. Even have some of those fake Buick scoop things.
Really?
Yeah, for the
Ooh,
backing
good.
plates. There's a couple of trannies sitting there.
Transmissions, really?
Yeah.
Because we already rounded one up.
Oh.
Yeah, we just went out to Minnetonka to get one.
Like motor drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
No, there's a lot of stuff there. I mean, bits and pieces that,
On a darker note, what's with your mother on?
about 10:30 this morning. Yeah. So, I had gotten a note of clean, move this stuff. And I assumed that was the picture taking thing.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
And so I went out and moved stuff, and then she was going to help, and then, right about the time we started, the phone started ringing, and we figured that's okay, cool. We went out and went for a walk at the mall, tried to catch you guys, and we're a little late this morning, and then,
Well, you can't believe how well this was going to work out.
Yes.
well, it was going to work really good until we decided not to drive North Carolina.
Yeah.
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 That ship sailed.
Not a day.
So like you were out in your driveway about 9:45 or so?
Someone drove
Right.
by.
gonna say.
That looked familiar.
Did that tip you off?
You have a kind of a funny look.
What occurred to you at that point? Did anything occur to you? No?
I didn't know, and somebody wasn't telling, so all I got was move some stuff. Notice. So, and Lenny and I talked about taking pictures.
Which was a legitimate thing.
So I just kind of went from that to okay.
Yeah, that was a legitimate.
We got a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Very cool. This is kind of scary. There's something happening here. See, I used to think the cabin was where projects went to die, and then I found out I can think of that.
But this isn't gonna be a dead one now. We're gonna have this to a point where you're gonna have to start making some major decisions.
This is cool.
That is cool.
This is awesome.
That
I still don't get how you do that. How you
even
just
turned-
look at a panel and you go,
That even turned
oh
out
yeah.
better than I thought it was going to.
I watched you do that on the burner.
Well, you wanna
He gets
watch
out his little
this.
piece of chalk and he starts, and he cuts it out, and we held the piece and just pushed it against the quarter and it fit. I'm like, oh, come on.
So did
How do you
this,
do that?
did this, when he had tool cars in this.
Hits you off, doesn't it?
Well, talent's fun to watch. I just wish I had a little more of it myself, but it's pretty bizarre that you guys see that. So are these the ones that were up in the attic?
Yep. Yeah, we had a lot all over the place.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff rattled there.
There's a lot of stuff there's a speedometer and stuff in a box that was on a shelf.
Yep.
That's over here. I don't know if that was going to go on here, but if he didn't come back in a week, it was going to go on.
Did you have a starter for that transmission that you got over there?
Starter?
Do you have some starters?
Ignition.
We've
Don't
got.
know. Can't remember. I got just lots. I just don't remember what all
And
it
a
is.
distributor, we get a different starter.
Yeah, were you going to go HEI or regular distributor? Because we got to figure out the firewall.
I don't know. Like I say, I'll have to start thinking. It's been pretty simple. It's just been sitting there. I haven't had to make any decisions, but it's looking like we're going to have to start making them.
Well, you got a big grin on your face. That's a start.
Start making them, we'll just make them for you.
Or just live with it.
Yeah, yeah. The worst part now is over the.
Did this get shorter back here?
Not yet, no. And it will take us going too long.
It did, because this got.
Carpenter and Fanny as one unit.
So your box is gonna get modified.
It looks like the front half of that will go away, yeah. Which is,
Yeah.
I'd rather, well, you know the deal. Legroom's king.
And they didn't even have me fit this.
I drove Lenny's Roadster down to the Minneapolis mess around, had it right side saddle. I literally sat in the passenger side, kind of over sideways. That's all I could do. And that isn't good for braking, it turns out. It did a lot of room. Couldn't get any leverage on the
No,
brakes.
but it is fun once in a while.
Well, it's,
And we measured once and cut twice, just like we're supposed to.
is that the way to go, or is buckets the way to go?
Well, here's about our third day. It's Wednesday. Here's stuff we're not going to use. I don't think we're going to throw it out, but here's stuff we're not going to use. This stuff and that 262 engine we're not going to use. Going through a lot of junk food here. This is after the Acme meeting, so we've got a lot of people over here that are prognosticating about what they think we ought to do next. And so we've had some discussion. Here's what happened this morning.
Well, Lenny and I are starting to mock up the roof bar.
Great. And the tail lights are going to go in the Nerf bar?
That's what we're thinking.
Okay.
We're not sure exactly what we'll use for taillights yet. We got the teardrop 39s that we could kind of mount at an angle in the two end pieces.
Yeah.
Or we could run the pipes out through those and put headlights in or taillights inboard.
Yeah.
4950 Chevy.
Put tail lights in the middle of the pipes.
The little biscuits.
So that's the state of affairs right now.
Well, here's Thanksgiving Day, and we're just putting a few things together, mostly just putting the body on to see what it looks like after it's been modified. We got it painted and patinaed and everything. The new quarters and the new box curve, and Gil's putting on the little trim pieces just so we can see what everything looks like. And that's about it for today. We're all got other things going on, so here comes Gil with the
Don't get too excited. We probably don't even have the right screws here.
yeah. Well, hold it up there so we can see what it looks like.
Nah.
There it is. Oh, she's a champ. Well, we'll get some more footage later. Well, here we are on Gil's Roadster T project. We're getting it going. Everybody's come in, and we had to pull in some of the older members, Acme, to get some of the work done. And here's one of them right now, coming out from under the car.
We had a stuck valve. We got that taken care of. Now I just need that starter.
Gary, give her that starter. Okay, won't be long now.
Am I going to be an all-girls garage?
That's record. No, not record. No, I don't want to record.
Well, here we are. It's the Friday after Thanksgiving, and we made some progress. What we're doing right now is we're filling in all of the holes in the frame. The frame looks sort of like Swiss cheese. We're filling in all the holes, and then we'll paint it. We got the bed the way we want it. Got the rear axles out. We're playing around with them. And got the full crew here. I made an adapter to the front of the front of the water pump to get the pulley. I had to modify the pulley a little bit too to all fit on there in the right place so that the alternator and the crankshaft pulley and everything would line up. So that's kind of where we are right now, and we'll keep you posted. Here is the beginning of the steering column, steering sector we've got set up, and it's almost a straight shot up in there, and we'll probably need at least a Borgeson joint and a vibration dampener or a rag joint, but that should take care of that with this steering column. And Mona has been graciously feeding us so that all of us waifs won't just kind of wither away while we're working on this stuff.
Looks like we've withered already, haven't we?
Yeah. Look at this. Here we go. Here's an example of withering right here. Withering heights, we'll call it.
There we go.
Okay, we're starting to work on this vintage wheelbarrow. This is an actual Studebaker wheelbarrow from 1825, yeah. And this was used in the gold rush, and we're going to use it now for the firewall.
We've been led to believe.
We need room for the distributor behind the motor, so we're going to use this as part of the firewall, the indented part of the firewall. This is a classic trick that hot rodders have used for a really long time that we're just discovering. Okay, here's our first iteration. See how that fits. It's I think it'll be wide enough. Actually, we may have to build in or put a collar around the end because I think that's less than 22 wide.
Okay. Less than 22 wide?
Oh, it's just about perfect.
So this will come up
That has to go
3.5.
to the bottom of that.
3.5.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Okay, here's our second trial for the firewall. Starting to
it's long.
work out here, a little long yet.
I suppose we should cut the firewall down, steer it, and then tilt it up to get out. And if we put it up higher so that it was in line with that, then we'll turn that down, and then this reaches like funny.
We've got the brakes and the rear sort of sorted out, and we've got different pumpkin in there now. Okay, and we have the Dutch masters here. You can see having a discussion about a steering column and stuff like that. Anybody want to wave at the YouTube audience here? Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Now this is the opposite of the Ford Motor Company kind of deal where usually they're putting the body on.
Okay, coming your way. Come my way.
That's what you call an almond left or an almond right. Yeah. That's a do-si-do. It's a do-si Ford.
Just a second. All right, set her down. Good.
Okay. Okay, now one of the next steps, we got the body off. The next steps is going to be to paint the frame. We're going to do a little bit more mudding maybe, and then use a DA, and then we're going to paint the frame with something called 415, which is called, its form is paint over rust. That must be the 15th formula of that stuff. But it adheres to rust, and that's what we've got, lots of rust. Here's how our wheelbarrow firewall is turning out. We're putting a divot in there for the distributor. Okay, here we are, and we put the Turbo Hydro 350 on the engine, and we've got made a little progress since yesterday. We sorry about that. We figured out how to cut the back of the frame so that we would have some clearance there for the tub as we extended it. So the body is now in the correct location. We've decided to use this GM column, which is a tilt column, and we'll put a different steering wheel on it, but it'll give us everything we need. And Gil was in the car, so we figured out about where everything is going to be. We've got 3 different steering boxes to choose from, and it looks like all of them could probably work if we did the right bracketry for them. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the motor and we're going to put it in the car for a trial fitting. Motor up to slider in. Okay, straight ahead.
Those are the ones that went through the engine.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Oh, let's,
A little higher.
before you get too far, maybe we can all lift the body off?
You don't have to.
Okay.
We want to see where the distributor is going to land too.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Here,
You want to?
just a second here.
Do we have those through bolts somewhere that we use on the motor mounts?
Right here.
Okay.
Spring for that. Okay. Okay, Gil, close down.
Just a smidge.
Oh, a little more, just a little more, not much. Okay. All right. Backward.
A smidge more. Down.
Down.
I always love this part.
Okay, a little more, just a little more, right there.
Unfortunately, most of the time I'm doing it by myself.
Down,
Yeah, and there's a fender and grill in there.
a little more. Oh, too much. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, we missed the pulley. Good.
What happened?
I'm hitting something. There we go.
Okay, down another inch.
Right against the fire.
Yeah. Are you in there, Lynn? Almost. Okay, right there, hold it. Back.
Well, what's gonna have to happen here, threw up against the engine's up against it.
Did we have some sort of chunk of rubber sitting on top of the rear motor mount?
No.
No, just the motor mounts there, that's on it. We gotta come back about 3 more inches.
And we don't have 3 inches of room here.
We don't?
No,
Okay,
In
drop
the,
it.
in the firewall.
firewall.
What do you want? No?
Drop her down a
Actually,
little.
this, you can
Drop her
drop
down.
down, drop, whoa.
It,
Can the whole thing go back now?
No.
it's 2 o'clock. Remember where your fingers are.
Okay,
This is where you get pinched.
about 2 inches from the,
We could do it, just lift it up a hair, Gil. Just enough so I can get this. Okay, now back.
Yeah, we're
How's your
up
motor?
against the
Pushing up
firewall
against the
here.
wall with the oil cylinder.
With the bracket.
About another
that
inch or so.
oil, that oil sender, is that what's holding it up?
No, it's
No,
one
there's
line.
bracket on the manifold here. We could take that off.
We could take these engine mounts off, place them on the frame, and then roll the engine back on.
Or take the plasma cutter and cut the bottom of the, cut the bottom of the firewall.
If it don't fit, cut it off.
We gotta take a little.
You wanna come here and take a look at it?
You're gonna have to cut it off.
Leave that,
Was it just the bolt that's in the way?
No, it's the,
What we got it
and
on
plus
there.
the hit, plus the block is gonna be up.
different engine.
Yeah.
That's,
This is bigger engine than.
that valve cover's gonna be right up against the body there anyway.
Okay.
Oh.
We have a little bit of massaging to do here.
I should just cut a piece, just cut this right up, right
The
up
pressure-
here,
pressure
up to here,
switches.
and go over and just make a straight cut, and then we can push this whole piece up.
Okay. Pull her out.
Up or straight back?
Straight.
Okay, try number 1.
No, okay. Now I got back.
Okay, this is try 2. Now we've cut away part of the firewall.
Sounds good. One more time with feeling.
Okay, down a little bit.
Second verse, not same as the first.
Oh, okay, right there. Okay, down some more.
You know, this is easier than putting an engine in that 53 Studebaker with the fenders on and everything.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I did that pretty much by myself. So.
You are a glutton for punishment.
Okay, yeah, down just a hair.
Down a little bit, not much. If you want to go backwards with it until you can clear those motor mounts, I got the tail fin.
My side is clear.
Go straight back.
There you
Oh, okay, wait.
That's a little further
go. Straight
than.
down.
Hey, man. Got it.
Just about.
Steve cut this pretty tight. Okay, down. Just a little. One more. That one in.
Okay.
You got that side in?
Yep.
Okay. Drop her down about an inch or so.
And this one's gotta come back.
Swing your end over towards the north wall. There you go.
Got those holes
Okay,
lined
now.
up perfectly.
Will they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, it's a little bit
Looks
more.
like.
Just a smidge.
The Eagle has landed.
You got bolts for this, because these are lining right up.
All right.
Let's wait till we get the stuff loose. Now, let
How much room do we have on the inside? Lots of room. Look at that. The transmission hump
Nothing,
is far enough
I think so.
towards the firewall that
there's nothing really
even
holding
with Gil's
this,
big feet,
hang on, this isn't bolted
we
on.
should be able to
What,
come
the,
up with
The
something.
motor mount?
The cross member is it?
No.
Yeah.
Dave took the nuts on the cross member.
Okay, well,
Okay, well here we are later in the day. It's about 5:45, and so we're piecing the engine together. We got a different water pump on it, different water outlet, and we figured out a way to get the pulleys all lined up. And we've got a 10 SI alternator sitting on there, and we've got some ideas about what to do with the shock absorber. And the body is where it's supposed to be now. And Lenny just took the front of the pickup bed off. And what he's going to do is sort of radius things so that it matches the curve of the back of the body here, and then still puts the wheel arch right over the wheel. And we also figured out that this is a 350 pumpkin that we're going to put in, because the pumpkin in the back in the differential is no good. And when we do that, at 70 miles an hour, that'll put these 31-inch tires running at about, the engine will be running about 2,600 RPM, a little over 2,600 RPM, which is good. It's pretty good for 70 miles an hour, good cruising. So that's what we've got right now. Cool. So, okay, now we're taking a look at how this radius is together. And it radiuses really pretty well, huh? All right. Okay, well, it's November 30th. We've been working on this about 8 days now. And frame is all painted. and the body is mounted, and we've got the steering wheel and column, or the column end, and we're working on a bracket for the brakes here. There's a bracket here for the brakes with a right angle bell crank that's pretty cool. And we've decided, we got the front brakes done. We've decided to put in coilover shock and suspension, and gas tank straps and support are pretty much done. We put some webbing in between the straps and the gas tank, and it really is going to fit in here nicely the way we've got it. With the side sloping towards the back. Stay tuned for the next installment of StolenRod.
So if I heat it up again.
Okay, well, it's December 1st. We've got the gas tank straps figured out and strapped down, and we've got a few other things done here. We're figuring out what to do about bolting down the front end. We got some special nuts for that. We've got the steering arm here, and then Lenny's been working on a bell crank setup here that's come a long way in the last day. That's going to be slick, and so now we're starting to think about where we're going to stuff the battery. So somewhere on the other side of the vehicle, because we have to balance out gills somehow. Well, it's December 2nd, and we're fitting the coilovers, adjustable coilovers in the back here. Decided to do that instead of the buggy springs. And so that's working out pretty well. We've truncated this cross member here, and that way we won't be in the way of the drive shaft. And then here's a battery box, specific location yet to be determined. However, it's pretty much a copy of the Speedway battery box, and it holds that Ultima. So we're in good shape. Won't be long now. Okay, well, it's the 3rd of December, and we've been working on the rear suspension, which is just about welded in now. And what else have we got going on under here? There's the rear suspension, the coilover, but we haven't taken off the buggy spring yet. So we've got sort of a off-road rear suspension right now with both varieties of springing, sort of a primer in how to build a rear end for a car like this. And then we've got a battery box which should withstand a direct nuclear hit, and we'll cut a hole in the floor so that we can access that battery box. And we've done some work on the rear transmission mount so that when Chris comes back with the custom-made drive shaft, it'll have a straight shot over here, and it is going to be a shame to put that thing under a car. We should really have a glass window so we can look at that drive shaft as it wiggles along. Well, that's all we've got for today, but we're getting to the end of the week here. We're putting on brake lines here. It's starting to be the little things, and pretty soon we'll be taking this car back to Gil's house. Well, here we are. It's December 4th, and Chris just showed up with this absolutely beautiful drive shaft, and Gil is here now, and he brought pizzas, and the car is pretty much to the point where we're ready to tow it back to Gil's garage, and all the big chunks are nailed down now, and we've all been working like little elves to get this to happen. I got the gas tank finally into its home, and then we added a submerged battery box, and brakes are all done. Everything is mounted with a bracket and an extra bushing on the steering. Steering wheel is complete.
Battery box.
And yeah, we got the battery box.
To Greg.
Yeah. So we're really all set to take this bad boy and go from here. We've got 2 rear suspensions in there right now. One of them is going to probably have to go, but we need to figure out a pannered rod or a Watts linkage, or just maybe take all but one leaf out of the rear end, and we'll see how this all goes. There's the master fitting the drive shaft.
Yeah, there we go. Now you go. There we go.
Missing a little tab over here. It's there. Is that him?
Yep.
Well, if you look around, we've almost got the garage cleaned up here. We've got to really thank Gary Snyder for using the garage, and we've got a bar set here for flat towing, and that'll be the next step when we flat tow over to Gil's house.
She catches a little bit, huh? Yep. Where's your long 12-foot ramps like Ice Pick has?
He's down. I haven't. I got boards over there that I use, but this one is so extra low, they wouldn't even work.
We're not even off the ramp, and we gotta lift it off the ground already. We gotta put the jack underneath it.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. There you are.
What we hooking up to?
I don't know.
Well, here we are hooking the car up to a class ride back to the house.
Get that.
Oh.
It's leaving.
Wide.
Yeah, really wide turns.
What was happening?
That front tire was just rubbing. Yeah.
Well, here we go. We're on our way. We'll see how this works. He's got to turn pretty wide, otherwise the tires front tires sort of scrub. We are near the entrance to the alley. I don't know that you've got the traction. Yeah?
No.
I need 4-wheel drive also.
Well, this hill was just too slippery for us to get up, so they're going to try and work their way up the other side. I don't know if that side's going to be any better. Drag racing up the hill. We may have to have sort of a train here to get up. There, go at it. Here he goes. He's coming. He's coming. He made it. Yeehaw! All right. This is pretty much the reverse of.
Get in steer, there you go.
That's it, full lock. That could be it.
Gil's driving his car for the first time. He's going backwards and standing up. That's the true spirit of a hot rodder.
That's about it, Lenny.
That's good. Stop! Lenny! Stop!
He's trying.
You're locked up against the.
He's trying. It's just all ice here. Hold on, we can do.
All right.
All the way to the right.
Yeah. Well, here we are. What was it? The 21st? 21st of November until December 5th? 4th? Well, here we go. We're returning the stolen rod back to its rightful home. A job well done. We've got 2 more feet to go, and we'll be back in the garage.
You wanna put this over to the right a little bit? Gil? Yeah.
Across the threshold,
It's full.
and we're in.
And the motor
And
goes right here.
done.
The motor goes right there.
Have anything to say?
Be back home, baby. You'll be fine. Welcome back to Neglectsville. Oh no, we ain't gonna hear that shit.
No.
That ain't gonna happen.
We've got plans.
No, we're not going to let that
Believe it or
happen.
not, you're part of.
Yeah.
Underneath it than what Mike's had.
Does it
Yeah.
really?
Oh, yeah.
I remember there was some problems.
That
with
was a cobble. This guy
Well, he had the
professionally
steering on
built.
it.
And he
in
drove
front
it,
of it.
right? Didn't he drive it?
Oh, I drove
Oh, yeah.
it. I drove it from.
Well, here,
what's
Lenny,
that?
you drive it.
Yeah, that was it. I drove it from somewhere in Wisconsin. I've forgotten the name. Empire, Wisconsin. And I think we went maybe 25, 30 miles and had to put 2-3 quarts of oil in it.
Wow.
And then drove a little more and had to put 2-3 quarts of oil in it.
I knew a bus like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, the story is to be continued. We'll gather here on Tuesday nights, starting in January, and so this is the end of the first chapter. We'll keep you posted.